Hello everyone. So today I'm going to read you two slightly shorter stories. The first is called Brave Molly. A little girl was once caught in a thunderstorm. The day grew dark and the wind started to blow, and suddenly a fork of lightning streaked across the sky and a great clap of thunder rolled all around her. Poor Molly trembled in fright, and she wished she was back at home with her mother. Then it started to rain. Such a cloudburst it was. The heavens just opened up, and down came the rain in great big drops the size of your fist. In the distance, little Molly could see a little hut. So she ran up to it and, finding the door open, she slipped into the gloomy inside. No sooner had she shut the door than a deep growling voice said, "Who are you?" Molly looked around her, but the inside of the hut was quite dark and she couldn't see anyone. Please," she said, "my name's Molly. Who are you?" "I'm a terrible monster, that's who," said the voice. Just then, a bolt of lightning lit up the inside of the hut for a fraction of a second, and in that moment, Molly saw a huge dark shape crouching against the far end of the hut. "Oh!" she cried. "What's the matter?" growled the terrible monster. "Frightened, are you?" "Indeed I am," said Molly. "You're as black as coal, as big as a house, and covered in hair." "And I've got a terrible roar," said the monster. Poor Molly fell over backwards in her fright, and the thunder crashed over their heads, and another flash of lightning lit up the monster, and Molly could see that he had great black claws and glowing eyes and huge yellow teeth. "Pretty frightening, huh?" said the monster. "Oh, yes," cried Molly. "And I'm as strong as 200 oxen," he cried. And as the lightning flashed, Molly saw the monster rear up on his legs and throw the roof of the hut high into the air. "Oh, please don't," cried Molly as the rain started to pour down on her and the thunder crashed. "And I eat little girls for supper," roared the monster, and he bent down and he put one glowing eye right up against Molly and said, "How about that?" Well, Molly thought to herself, it's no use being frightened. If he's going to eat me, he's going to eat me. So she picked up her satchel and hit that monster right on the nose. And do you know what happened? Well, the monster didn't pick her up in his terrible claws, and he didn't gobble her up with his great yellow teeth. Do you know what he did? First, he turned green, then he turned black, and then he turned bright pink, and a bunch of flowers grew out of the top of his head. "Why, you're not a frightening monster at all," said Molly. "Aren't I?" said the monster. "No," said Molly. And a beautiful ribbon tied in a bow suddenly appeared right round the monster's middle, and Molly took hold of the ribbon and pulled it, and the monster opened up, and inside was a little rabbit who looked very frightened and said, "Oh, please don't put me in a pie." And brave Molly said, "I won't put you in a pie this time, but don't go around trying to frighten little children in the future." "No, I promise," said the rabbit, and scuttled off out of the hut. And just then the sky cleared and the sun came out, and brave Molly set off home again. And she didn't meet another monster the whole of the rest of the way. This second story is called The Three Raindrops. Let me find it a moment. A raindrop was falling out of a cloud, and it said to the raindrop next to it, "I'm the biggest and the best raindrop in the whole sky." "You are indeed a fine raindrop," said the second, "but you're not nearly as beautifully shaped as I am, and in my opinion it's shape that counts, and I am therefore the best raindrop in the whole sky." The first raindrop replied, "Let's settle this matter once and for all." So they asked a third raindrop to decide for them. But the third raindrop said, "What nonsense you are both talking. You may be a big raindrop, and you are certainly well shaped, but as everyone knows, it's purity that counts, and I am purer than either of you. I am therefore the best raindrop in the whole sky." Well, before either of the other raindrops could reply, they all three hit the ground and became part of the same small, muddy puddle. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you again soon.